Panthers fans, I know you guys are happy we got that big W today versus the Cincinnati Bengals. They came into Bank of America Stadium. They walked out with an L. I'm proud of my boys. It felt good to get this W going into the bye week. The Panthers won 31-21. The defense was, we'll get into it. The offense was pretty good, man. Christian McCaffrey had a great game. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and break down everything that happened. I'm going to get into the good stuff. I'm going to get into the bad stuff for both sides of offense and defense. We're starting right now. What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here, man. You guys already know. And also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, guys. Go hit the subscribe button. I give recap and analysis of the best division in the NFL, the NFC South, especially with the Panthers, the Saints, the Bucks, or the Falcons. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss a video. And make sure you hit the bell icon and give the video a thumbs up. This Panthers game was crazy today. The offense started off kind of slow. Let's go ahead and start with the offense. I'm going to do all the good stuff first. Offensively, the good stuff. Christian McCaffrey, bro. Hey, he was out there running like a man possessed. He was out there stiff-arming dudes. He was juking dudes. He had 28 carries. He put together the full package today. He put all the naysayers to sleep. Yo, real quick, let me know down below in the comments what you thought about Christian McCaffrey's game, man. Let me know what you thought. This dude balled out with 180 yards. Let me know, do you like him better catching that a bunch of passes or like him running between those tackles? Let me know. I like what he said in his press conference. They asked him, like, oh, were you doing this today to kind of prove a point that you can actually run between the tackles? He was like, I'm not worried about proving anybody wrong. I'm worried about proving myself right. And that really hit home with me. I think I'm going to put that on my refrigerator or something. That's a good motto to live by. However, my man had 28 carries, a $180, 6.6 yards per carry. Didn't get in the end zone because we know the vulture, Cam Newton, is going to take them goal line touchdowns from him. But it's all good. He was working early, man. And North Turner loves a running back. He loves the power running game. He stuck with it. He rode the high hand. Christian McCaffrey had 14 catches last week versus the Falcons. My man had 2. It seemed like he was on a mission today to prove that, okay, I can do this anyway. But when you put all this kind of stuff on film where he's catching all these passes, running his routes, but this game, he only has 2 catches and he has 28 carries, it makes it tough for the defense to game plan and try to defend him. I said it on my prediction last week. They need to give some of those carries to CJ. CJ had 2 carries. He also had that nice screen pass on that trick play. I like the way they mixed it up. However, I still think CJ should get a little bit more carries. Cam still had 10 carries today. Maybe give CJ something down the stretch to run that clock out at least. But I'm not going to nitpick on the running game because we had 230 yards rushing with a makeshift O-line. Shout out to that O-lineman, guys. 1 sack, 230 yards rushing. These guys are a bunch of nobodies. I mean, Trey Turner didn't play again. I hope he's not in that Michael Orr type of concussion protocol where you're out 11 weeks. But we got a bye week, so I expect Trey back. Y'all know about the other linemen that are out. The O-line stepped up big time. Cam, he only had 150 yards passing. He had 4 total touchdowns, but I know people say, oh, that was somebody when they have a good game and you didn't really realize it, they were like, oh, he had a quiet so-and-so yards. Cam Newton had a loud 150 yards passing. It seemed like he had way more passing yards than that, but he really was just pretty much taking what the defense was giving him, converting when we needed to on the out routes to Torrey. He had Funches a couple times. Yes, Funches had a drop. I harped on him pretty hard last week in my prediction episode. Maybe he heard me. Maybe he heard my cry for help. Maybe he's feeling that pressure because of the contract year, but he came up with some big-time plays later on. Cam was finding them. Cam was looking for him. He caught that touchdown on the RPO. Seems pretty good, man, that way. But overall, the offense looked great, hitting a bunch of different weapons. We didn't get DJ Moore involved like we thought we were going to get him involved this week, but that'll come. Defensively, the good things, F.A., my man F.A. Cam gave him the nickname Wakanda because he's the Nigerian guy. That's the exchange, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it's not a foreign exchange student, but they got the exchange program. He was on the roster practice squad last year, but he made it this year. They finally threw him in there because Coach Ron said he had a good week of practice. This man had a strip sack that got overturned. He had a sack, and he also had a pick. This man was everywhere. He's got length. He's athletic. He's strong. He was hyped. You could see him making plays, really energized the whole team all together, want to make plays. What else was good? The good thing about Donte Jackson, 2 interceptions. This dude is good at playing center field. He had a very similar pick that he had last week against Matt Ryan, where he doesn't get outran by guys, man. John Ross has the fastest 40 time ever. They showed that 4.22, but Donte Jackson ran a 4.32. He was stride for stride a lot of times to try to go deep. It's good to have a guy like Donte on there. Bradbury played good while A.J. Green was in there. He had a couple pass breakups. He kept everything in front of him. Didn't give anything too major to A.J. Green. A.J. Green got hurt, however, so that was a big help for us because they were already beat up missing Joe Mixon and starting running back. But I'm not complaining. I'll take it how it comes. This is the NFL. Our secondary played good between Bradbury and Donte Jackson. Donte has that speed. Bradbury has that physicality. We can match up with different types of wide receivers. I like what I'm seeing from those corners right now. Donte Jackson is that playmaker I was telling you that we needed ever since Josh Norman was gone. Donte is actually a dog out there. He wants to hit. He wants to be physical. Know how big or small he is. He wants to be physical. He wants to play as a short memory. After that bad game last week, he put it behind him, came in and made plays, 2 picks. We had 4 total turnovers. Great. Let's get to the negatives, man, because I know I gotta bicker a little bit. I wouldn't be a fan of my team if I didn't pick out something bad about him, even in a win. Bad stuff offensively. Whew. Like I said, I want to see a little bit more balance of the carries. However, I like what Christian did there. I can't have too many complaints about that. Cam actually played pretty decent. I can't really knock him too much. He did miss a couple guys like he usually does. Funches had that drop, of course, across the middle. Could have been a better pass, but if Funches wants to be our bona fide number 1 wide receiver, he has to make that catch. We did great penalty-wise this week. I was pretty happy about that. But it was good to see Christian run like that. But I got to see DJ Moore get more involved, man. After we saw last week, he only had 1 career catch, and it was a touchdown. They gave him a little screen. That was pretty much it. He tried to return punts, but that was pretty much it. I want to see more of DJ Moore. All right, the negatives on defense. This is a little bit longer, guys. First of all, there's a guy in the secondary. I don't know if I want to call his name out, but he got to start today because Denoris Cersei is in concussion protocol. He's been on the team for a very long time. He who's not, we shall not name, but we will number 42 in the secondary. We've had a love-hate relationship over the years with number 42. We've seen him get his spots with injuries happening, and when he does, it's usually typically not nothing good. He's a great special teams guy. He plays on everything. He's the captain of the team for special teams, but this guy's just not cut it. He's not athletic enough to make it in the secondary in the NFL. I mean, just it is what it is. Not to guard anybody. You could throw him in a box and he could be physical and make some tackles probably, but he's not going to cut in the secondary. He bit on the play action, got beat for a touchdown. I'm not going to blame that second touchdown on him. That was a scramble drill. He was just trying to do what he could do to keep up, but he's just not fast enough and athletic enough to keep up. Luke, he looked pretty much gassed today. I don't know what was going on with him. I've never seen Luke only have 3 tackles in a game. He made some plays. He did get that pick at the end. He left with cramps. I just think he might have been underprepared, which is hard to say for Luke. He's my favorite player in the NFC South, but he looked unprepared and looked tired. We definitely need Thomas Davis. There was a lot of different stuff that was going on against the run. We're pretty bad against the run right now. The Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, was pretty much shredding us early on in the game, and I wasn't happy about it. Little old Gio Bernard was scatting across the field against us, and it's kind of embarrassing, especially if we see where our defense has been before. And after last week with Tevin Coleman, you would think they would bounce back against the run this time, but Gio Bernard got that thing rolling. Tyler Boyd had a stupid, crazy game. A.J. Green was doing a little bit of work before he got hurt. We got left the hook there. But we just got to get somebody in there, man. I don't know if Golden needs more reps or what. He seems kind of light in the pants, so that may be why they don't want him. They probably want Mike Adams a little bit back in the secondary doing more coverage, and they want somebody a little bit more physical at the other safety that can make some tackles. Golden, he's a good playmaker, but he's kind of undersized. I don't know. But the pass rush, where the heck was the pass rush again? Like, I feel like we seem so old up front with the pass rush. KK can't be our best pass rusher on the inside. He's had a double-digit sack season, but you can't count on interior pressure being on the guy. KK always does his thing. He had a good game. Mario came on late, but he doesn't really have too many moves. I don't know what it is about Mario, man. Like, he's a pretty solid player, but he's not really every time. He's not bringing that pressure consistently. Peppers, he did okay. He kind of cranked it up some, but we got to start playing the young guys. Brian Cox, he's not really a great passer. He's good against the run, but Haynes got to be active. F.A. got to be more active. Now, F.A. has to be in that rotation. He's young, he's fast, he's hungry, he's athletic, he's got length, he wants to make plays. These other guys are kind of comfortable, they're kind of complacent, they're kind of lazy out there in their pass rush. We need F.A. to make those plays. One more game without Thomas Davis, guys, and we'll get him back. Thank goodness, because our run defense has been trash without him. Secondary's got to tighten up, but that's my complaints. I can't really complain too hard, you guys, because we got to win. 2-1 going into the bye week. People got to heal up. But the thing about it, the people that aren't healthy, most of those guys are out for the season anyway. So we may get Trey Turner back, maybe Demir Bird, maybe Curtis Samuel. We'll see what his status is coming out of the bye week. But I'll give a bye week update video probably sometime next week because we don't get to watch the Panthers for another 2 weeks. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and go. You guys leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the game. Let me know what you thought about my comments. Let me know what you thought about Christian McCaffrey, proving to everybody that he can run between those tackles like a boss, like he's always done in his career. But without further ado, you guys know who I am. I am Aaron Duncan, signing off for Necessary Blunt and Sports Talk. I'll see you